Hello everyone, I am Jenny Axler and I want to welcome you to our series of videos on the SensePlayer. This one's a bit of a prequel to our general series, which gives you some tutorials and introductions and helps you get up and running. But in this one, we're actually going to unbox the device. We'll also unpack and assemble the OCR stand. So let's get to it. It comes in this outer box that's sitting in front of me, and on the very top we have a Braille quick guide, and I'll just move this out of the way. I am going to actually open this up because I want to show you something about this. You want to read it actually in portrait mode. And for those of you who cannot see it, there is a staple in the upper left corner, and it's a bunch of little small pages, and this will just help you get it set up, get the battery installed, and get it powered on, etc. So that's the first item. From there, we have the actual gift box that the product comes in. So there is an inner box in the outer box. And again, we'll lift the lid off. It kind of reminds me of an Apple iPhone box, although it's a bit larger. And again, I'll move this off to the side. There on the top, again, we have a print quick guide, which has similar information to the Braille version. And we'll move this aside. On the top, we have this smaller box. This is going to have your accessories. So inside here, we have the battery, which we're going to need to install. So I'll just set that here. We also have a lanyard strap for those of you who want to use that. We have a little silicone pack. Don't eat that. They always say do not eat on them. I've never understood that because I don't know who would actually want to try and eat that. But anyway, we have our earbuds, which again are just in a little Ziploc bag. They're just regular standard 3.5 millimeter earbuds. And we have a USB-C cable. And this is a C to A cable. You're going to use this to connect the device to your PC, to charge it, to transfer data, to connect. You could connect USB drives using the USB-C port, but probably not this cable. And we'll move this out of the way. The next thing we have is the device itself, and it comes in this little styrofoam carrier, so you can just kind of flip it over. Be careful, of course, put your hand underneath it, and you can take it out. We will install the battery in just a moment, so I'll move this aside. First, we'll finish unpacking. The next thing we have, I'm going to move this back over. So we have another lid of sorts that you need to take off. And again, this has got some foam padding in it. And on the very bottom of the box, we have, and again, I'm going to flip it over and sort of shimmy it out. Oh, actually it's going to dump out, but that also works. In the bottom area, there is a section that has the AC adapter plus many, many international chargers. We have the EU and Korean. We have this one for Australia. No, I don't think this one's for Australia. This one would be for like the UK and the UAE. We have, of course, your US, which, you know, we must have. And this one is actually for Australia, so it does come in there. So you can pretty much take this device anywhere. I suppose since we're here, let's actually install one of these chargers because you're going to need to do that. So each charger has a small little covering. So you're gonna flip this off like this. And then you're going to, there's a circular area on the bottom of the AC adapter, and there's also a circular area on the bottom of each of these adapters. So you'll want to line those up and then do a little twist until it snaps into place, and boom, there you go. Now you have your charger. Okay, so next, let's put the battery in. To put the battery in, you need to take off the back, first of all. So I'm going to, there's a ridged section, a triangular ridged section here on the back. And I'm gonna press down and away on this and pull it away. So the battery, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but you can feel it. Each of the ends, it's slightly different. On one end, you're going to find some pinholes on one side of that, and on the other end it's going to look a bit slotted, or you'll feel a bit slotted. Okay, on the device itself, if you look on the inside of the battery compartment, there are pins that line up with those pinholes, and the other end then is the slotted end, and you'll put down here on the bottom of the device. So you're going to insert it with the pins first, so toward the top of the device, and then you'll just slot it in place. Then, of course, just slide the back on, and you're good to go. All right, now that that's done and we've moved all that aside, let's open the OCR stand. So it comes in a box like this, and I'm going to open it. This is what it looks like when you open it. You see one of the parts on the top and the rest is packed in foam. So I'm first gonna remove all the pieces. So there are 3. And we're gonna move the foam aside. So these are your 3 pieces. This part right here is the tray where your document is going to sit. This is the central bar that's going to hold it all together, and this is where the SensePlayer will sit. So the first thing we need to concern ourselves with is this central bar. For those of you who cannot see it, this is a long, narrow bar with a ridge running down the center, and there are 2 bolts screwed into the back of it. The first thing that you need to do is to unscrew those, or at least one of them. I'm actually just going to do one at a time to make my life easier. Okay, so the bar always goes on the inner wall of the other 2 dishes. So you're going to put the ridge toward the inside and put this on the inside of the lip of the flat dish on the bottom. From there, you're going to screw on the nut on the outer edge. Okay, so then we have this other part. The first thing I need to do again is unscrew this nut on the back. Then we'll pick this up. Once again, the bar goes on the inside. So again, we're going to screw on the nut. And there we have it. Now, we have our SensePlayer, and we just pop that right in there. As you can see, there's a hole in the bottom of this dish where the camera comes through, and you place your document here on the bottom tray. When you do that, your document and your SensePlayer are in an optimal position, height, and camera position for scanning and reading text.
For more information about any of our HIMSS products, you can visit our website at www.himsintl.com or send us an email at hims@selvishc.com. Thanks for watching.